In this video, I'm going to talk about this little cute camera here. This is the film camera that I decided to bring to Japan, the Ektar H35N, and this is like the version 2 or something like that. And I really loved this silver variation that I saw online, and I thought I really wanted to get this or nothing else. I put a little Miffy sticker there just to accessorize it. What drew me to this camera? Firstly, it is actually a half frame camera. For most regular film cameras, when you put in a 35mm film, it comes with 36 frames. But a half frame camera uses one frame and kind of splits it into two. So you actually get a total of 72 frames. So to take a horizontal picture, you go like this. To take a portrait picture, you go like this. The other thing is that this is a manual camera, meaning every time you take a picture, you have to scroll on to the next frame and then you take a picture again. So this camera can operate without a battery, but it also comes with a flash, which is why I kind of like this ability to have a flash but not care so much about the battery life, because I also have a lot of film cameras that depend a lot on battery life. Sometimes it's hard to find that particular battery, so it's just nice to know that this camera can work even without a battery. It's just that the flash will not work. But if you want to use a flash, you can just pop in the battery and you have a flash that is like pocketable and small, and you can use it for your night shots. According to the internet, it has an f-stop of 9.5, and this lens is a 28mm lens. Okay, so it's a little bit wider, and this viewfinder here is kind of like an estimate. It's not looking through the lens, and the fixed shutter speed is actually 1/100 of a second. The roll of film that I decided to put into this camera is a Kodak Ultramax 400, which means it has an ISO of 400. Looking back in time, I think I should have really gone with the 1600, which is what I used to enjoy shooting, because 1600 is a much higher ISO and it allows you to shoot across different lighting situations, especially if you don't like using a flash. So I actually did not use the flash at all, but that's why a lot of my photos turned out like this, way too dark. So because the shutter speed is fixed, the f-stop is fixed, and your ISO, once you put the roll of film in, it's also going to be fixed. So I would have preferred to shoot with a 1600 ISO just to give me more flexibility, and because I don't really want to use a flash. But now you know how ISO 400 behaves at night. You really, and not just at night, but even like indoors. As long as you're indoors, this is how it looks like. Because this photo was shot in the daytime, but just inside. I was inside a store, and yeah, nothing came out. So of course there's no perfect camera, but I think what I liked about this was that it's very lightweight. Although I wish the shutter speed was a bit higher, of course this is something that you can take note, and if you use flash, it probably helps to stabilize the shot a little bit better. But sometimes when I shoot street photography, I am kind of walking as I shoot, and having such a slow shutter speed means that a lot of my photos actually end up a little bit blurred. There's some motion blur to them, and if people are walking or moving, it can't freeze frame the moment that well. Here are some of my favorite shots, and of course, you know, when you get it right, there's just something beautiful about film that is so hard to replicate in a digital camera, which is also why, even though I know that Fujifilm is not technically the best camera out there, I just love how the film simulations look on a Fujifilm. And not all Fujifilm, I only like certain types of Fujifilm camera. But yeah, I just cannot live without that film look. As the trip went on, I noticed that I would only take out this camera in a day because I knew what kind of photos I wanted to take, and because I didn't really want to use flash, so there was really no point in bringing this camera out in the evening. What I really like is actually being able to shoot so many photos. Like, I literally couldn't even finish it, even though I went for such a long Japan trip for like 9-10 days. I came back and I still had to clear quite a lot of my frames in Singapore before I could develop and finish up the roll. I also kind of like that my developer split up all my images, because actually by right, if he develops it like frame by frame, that would be 2 images per frame, and if you wanted the images individually, you had to crop it out yourself. But he actually gave me all my images like individually, which I actually appreciate because it saves me a lot of editing time on the computer, and I always love that. There is some kind of star mode on this camera. It does something to the lens, giving it that like star misty kind of look. And I didn't try this, so maybe one day I would try it and also use it a little bit more with flash. Would I use this camera again going forward? Maybe street photography I would not, because I do like a lot more control when it comes to street photography. But when it comes to memory taking, I want to capture memories that look like a snapshot and nothing too professional. You know, you want that feeling of like, hey, I'm just making memories, and when I look back at my images, these are what they are. Then I would definitely bring this along, because allowing you to take 72 frames instead of 36 from one roll of film, it actually saves a lot of money, because film nowadays is getting more and more expensive. So yeah, I think this camera for special occasion is really fun because it's so small and light. But yeah, if you have shot with this camera, let me know what you think, and I hope you enjoyed looking through the roll of film of the images shot in Japan. And I hope to see you guys in the next video for more vlogs, more street photography, and that creative introvert life. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys!